Squid in soy sauce. I don't care for soy sauce, and so far, I'm not a big fan of squid. Beautiful can. Look at that. A wonderful cephalopod swimming through space. Don't know where these are made. Just at the Asian food store in town here. I can't really tell where the origin is. It does not say, or at least it does not say in English. There's a lot of Chinese or Vietnamese or some kind of characters on there that I cannot interpret. Interesting. It gives somewhat of a direction on how to do this. It is somewhat interesting because on the top there is a little faint printed instruction. Let's take a look closer and see what that actually shows us. It actually has instructions on the can. Let's see if we can find number 1. There's number 1. Lift the ring and bend it back. I assume that means lift it and pull it back. 2. Pull up, pressing thumb on centre of the lift the ring and bend it back. So what would be hidden under there? Pull up, pressing thumb on center of the lid, let's say, and let's say lift the ring and bend it back. Isn't that redundant over here? Lift ring and bend it back. This is the longer version of step 1. Step 2 again. Do I have that right? Step 1, step 2, and another step 2. Pull up, pressing the thumb on centre of lid. Okay. I guess they figured out after they made the can that step 2 was under the lift ring, so they printed it again over here. Not sure of the engineering there. Here is a illustration. If you can't read the instructions, that seems to be even less clear than the written ones. Okay, 2012 03 20. Okay, do I got that right now? Okay, do I have that right now? 2012. We are into 2021. That would put this 9 years out of date. Well, it doesn't seem to be bloated or anything like that. 2012. Maybe that's Chinese years. I guess I have to check that out. Here are some further printings. I can barely see in the green background there. It's difficult. Ingredients: squid, sugar, soy sauce, bean, wheat, salt, sugar. Oh, that's what makes up the soy sauce. Capsicum and salt. Someday I'll look up what capsicum means. Shelf life, 3 years. Well, we're pressing the envelope on that. Well, let's give it a go. I always find it interesting when the label and the printing is on the bottom of the can. So they get stored on the shelf upside down. I don't understand the purpose. Here we go. Listen closely to see if air goes in or out. Nothing. No exchange of gases. The top cleanly tears free. Ooh, and a loud clanging tink when it broke off. Let's dispose of that immediately. A little bit of juice in the can. Not enough to have to drain it out. But as usual, unappetizing segments of a sea creature. A little bit of juice in the can, but not enough to really have to drain it out. They stink. Smell like soy sauce. But as usual, brown, unappetizing segments of some type of sea creature there. They look rather stiff and leathery. I think that's typical of anything that's in soy sauce, because there's so much salt in the soy sauce that it draws the liquid out of the meat or flesh. So if it's not totally submerged in soy sauce, it dehydrates. Well, enough of that. I'm going to try my new favorite substrate, a rice cracker. They're very tough and crunchy, and they do add a slight bit of flavor themselves. Not bad. I think I need to not use the rice cracker. We'll go with the less flavor enhancing Chicago cracker. Maybe add a couple of these. Pretty dry. Almost like some kind of jerky. A wet, soft jerky. Okay, that's better than the rice cracker because it didn't add anything to it. I guess I'm going to just have to try one of these plain and right out of the can. You know, there's like this pasty glob that's stuck to the side of my tongue. I've noticed that before when I eat these things. Certain segments just leave that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a glob of wet chalk stuck up against my tongue. No taste. Can't really feel it. It's just a sensation. I don't really prefer that sensation. Let's try this little single chunk right here. I want to say it tastes like chicken. Not even close. There's that pasty glop of wet chalk again. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. Now I got it on both sides. Don't care for that. But these are far better than the last few I've tried. They're not wet and slimy. They're a little bit drier. Glossy, of course. There is some kind of liquid on there. But the soy sauce and the sugar that's added does add some flavor. They're not bad. More of a curiosity or a novelty at this point for me. I still haven't really found the sweet spot of how to eat these and where to actually use them. But if you like beef jerky and that kind of thing, I think this would fit in. But if you like really flavorful, even textured food, this one ain't going to do it. One more for the road. Definitely not bad. But then that pasty, chalky, whatever, not great. Ooh, yuck. I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong with these. Now this is going to be hard to see, but that right there is the tentacles. They tend to cut those off and cook them, the pieces by themselves. They're not all spread out, so it's not obvious, but those are tentacles. Okay. Of course, included with the tentacles is the little parrot beak that they eat with, the eyes and all that stuff. I suppose if there's brains in this thing, maybe they're there too. It's a texture that you know you're not eating just flesh and meat. If you like that excitement, have at it. But I tend to stick with these pieces here. These are the ones that are the torpedo pointed front part, or actually I think that's the actual back part of the squid, the pointed part. I think they actually swim backwards. A little bit more even textured. Nothing crunching in there that makes you wonder what you just ate. Well, I still have not come to enjoy squid in a can. I like calamari, but squid seems to be somehow processed different. If you can help me understand that, leave a comment below. Oh, and make sure you subscribe. That's very helpful me. That's very helpful to me as well. All I can say is it didn't work for me. Give it a try. Squid in a can in soy sauce. Thanks for watching.